When trying to answer questions on ABO discrepancy problems, you should always read the patient history. Remember that patient history might give you a key to the cause of the ABO discrepancy. We need to recognize which reaction or reactions we don't trust in our results, and then come up with a resolution to get rid of the discrepancy. So when you're doing these problems, read the patient history, look at your results, and then simply answer the group of questions below. So, in the first problem, we have a 42-year-old man admitted to the emergency room. He had been in a car accident and had internal bleeding. 2 units of blood have been ordered for surgery, and the patient had a previous transfusion of 2 units 1 year ago. He is not taking any medications, and given the following results from typing, answer the questions. So, what is the unexpected, or what are the unexpected reactions? Here we have strong reactions with anti-A and anti-B. So we can trust that this person is probably AB type blood. An anti-A, B is simply an anti-sera that also reacts with both the A antigen and the B antigen. And since we have a strong reaction there, it confirms that both A and B antigens are on the patient's blood cells. You do not always use an A, B anti-sera, but it can be used in the lab. On the reverse typing or reverse grouping, our A cells have a 2+ reaction and our B cells do not have a reaction. We expect there to be no reaction with A cells or B cells in a person who is AB type blood because you only make antibodies to the antigens you lack. By adding O cells to the reverse reaction and seeing that there is no reaction with O cells, we know that the reaction in the A1 cell tube is the reaction we should not trust, and that it is not due to any antigen reaction other than anti-A antibody reacting with A antigen. So we do not trust this reaction, the weakest reaction. So the unexpected reaction is with the A1 cells. What is causing this discrepancy? So if you look at the lecture for ABO discrepancies and your outline for ABO discrepancies, you will see that normally a reaction that is unexpected for a reverse type or reverse group in the A1 cells is usually an anti-A1 antibody. What additional testing would be needed? Well, if we have an anti-A1 antibody, this person is probably a subgroup or subtype of A with their A antigens on their blood cells. So what we need to do is we need to test this person's cells with anti-A1 lectin. If this person is a subgroup of A, such as an A2 blood cell type, they would not have agglutination with A1 lectin, confirming that they are not A1 for their A antigen. If they do not have the A1 antigen on their cells, they can absolutely make an anti-A1, which would react in the reverse grouping. So what would we expect the results to be of this additional testing? No agglutination with A1 lectin because they are an A subgroup or subtype, probably A2 because it's the most common subtype. So what is the most probable blood group for this person? A2B blood type, because we had a reaction with anti-B that we could trust, and we had a reaction with anti-A, and the person created an anti-A1, meaning they probably weren't A1, and testing with A1 lectin would confirm that they are not A1, so probably A2 because A2 is the most common subgroup of A.